All right, everybody, let's talk about solving by substitution. Just as a reminder, when we have our two equations and they're both already solved for an individual variable, all right? So our steps are listed there. Circle the expression for the equation solved for a single variable. But again, both of them are already solved for a variable. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to set these two equal to each other because they're both equal to y. So since I'm going to just set them equal to each other for step number 2, the substitution is simply going to be x plus 2 equals 2x minus 1. All right. Now we're going to solve for the variable. So we have x that we're solving for. All right. So our x, we've got an x on the left-hand side and an x on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So I've got to get them on the same side. To that end, I'm going to move the one with the smaller coefficient, which x all by itself has a 1. So I'm going to subtract x, and I'm going to subtract x. And again, if I need to see that coefficient, I can write that 1. That will eliminate my x's on the left-hand side. On the left, then I'm left with 2. On the right, 2x minus 1x just leaves me with 1x or x. And then I bring down the minus 1. Now again, I want to get x all by itself, so I have a subtracted 1 here. And the way I'm going to undo that subtracted 1 is inverse operation. So I'm going to add 1, and it's what I do on one side of the equal sign I have to do on that other. All right, so over here they're going to cancel. So I am going to get a 3 equals x. All right, so for my first one, x equals 3. Now, once I've got that, I'm going to substitute my answer back into that original equation. And again, I can pick whichever of these two I want. All right, I can pick whichever of the two I want, and I want to go with the one that's easier. So I'm going to take this as an x value. I'm going to put it in this top one because I just have to add 2 to it. And then it makes it nice and easy. So I've got the 3, which again I do just because it saves me a little bit of time. So y equals 3 for the x. There's my substitution plus 2. And so I know that y equals 5. Then I just need to write my answer as an ordered pair. So x then y. So my x value was 3. So my answer is 3 comma 5, all in parentheses. So a quick reminder of solving by substitution when the equations are already both solved for a single variable.